What's up? What it do? How you doing? And I am back with another video. Today, NE family, I'm going to show you how to make a delicious comfort food dish, chicken pot pie. Don't go nowhere. Okay. So in a pot, I have some onion and celery that has been sauteing. You just kind of want to do this until it's a little transparent. Like that. And my onions have gotten a little brown, and that's okay. You can do this in vegetable oil, avocado oil, olive oil. However, if you do it in olive oil, add about a tablespoon of butter to your olive oil to cut the burn. Okay, so next, I'm going to add in my chicken, which I have right here. This is just some chicken breast that I cooked up. It was chicken breast on the bone. I cooked it up in the oven, seasoned it with some salt, pepper, garlic powder, paprika. Cooked it at 400 degrees for about 30 to 40 minutes or into the thickest part of the breast. The juices of the thickest part of the breast run clear. So we're going to add that to our pot. And I'm going to turn this down a little. We're going to make a roux. So you want to add a little butter. About a tablespoon or so of butter. Let's get that in our pot to get it melted. Okay, now we're going to take a little flour, and we're going to add a little flour in at a time. This is how we're going to make our roux. You want that, you want the flour to cook a little to get that flour taste out. So I'm doing it, this is about a couple tablespoons of flour. Let that cook a little bit, just so we can get that flour taste out. We don't want a flour taste in our pot pie. Okay, now stir that around. And everything's going to get coated in that. Say you want to make this on a weeknight. You want something delicious and comforting on a weeknight. You could actually buy a rotisserie chicken, cut off the parts that you like. Some people prefer the dark meat over the light meat. You can cut that up. You could buy pre-cut vegetables to add to this. And that cuts your time in half for an easy weeknight meal. Okay, so I think that's all been cooked in. Next, I just have a bag of frozen peas and carrots. You can cut up carrots if you like, but I prefer to go the easy route on this and buy a frozen bag. We're not going to add the whole bag. Maybe half the bag. And get that mixed in. Remember, anytime you're adding anything cold or frozen, it's going to drop the temperature of your pot a little bit. And that's okay, because they'll come back up to temperature. Okay, now, to this, I'm going to cut the heat back up a little bit to do this part. To this, we're going to add chicken broth. About 2 to 3 cups of chicken broth. Let's get this chicken broth added in. And I like to add a little in, stir, see where I'm at. Because you don't want it runny, but you don't want it dry either. So we're definitely going to add a little bit more chicken broth. Next, you're going to add a little heavy cream, and I mean a little, maybe like a tablespoon. And you could also just take the lid of your half of your heavy cream and add to this, because this is going to thicken it up a little. You don't want it too thick, so let's stir that in. Look at that. Look how good that's looking, guys. So we're going to season. The seasonings are pretty simple. You don't want this overly seasoned. So we're going to start with some salt. And as always, I don't measure when I'm cooking a regular dish. So start with your teaspoon with each seasoning. And if you feel you need more, go back and do your taste test to add more. So a little salt. Black pepper. You could also use white pepper if you don't want to see the black flakes, but the black pepper doesn't bother me. A little garlic powder. And a little onion powder. Like that. Let's get that stirred in. So I'm going to let this cook for a little bit, for about 10 minutes, just so the sauce can thicken a little. And then when we come back, I'm going to show you how to put this in individual serving bowls and what to put on the top of it. Don't go nowhere. Okay, so our filling is done. I just let it cook on the stove for about 15 minutes until it thickened up a little. Now I have two different size dishes that I'm going to use today. I have this. I love these little dishes. You can find these at Marshall's, probably Target, probably Kohl's. I love these. And then a smaller size dish that I'm going to use. So I'm just going to fill my dish up with a little pot pie filling, like this. And something else you can do, I'm going to show you in a minute. I'm using a store-bought crust today. Look at that. Filling that up nice and good. Oh my goodness. That's going to be delicious. Something else you can do besides using a pie crust is use puff pastry. You got to let it sit out for a little bit to come up to room temperature. Cut it into strips and do like a lattice top on top. Absolutely delicious. But today I'm just going to use a regular store-bought pie crust. So we're going to get this one filled. The smaller one. Make sure we get some juices in there. It's nothing worse than dipping into a pot pie and it's dry. Nobody wants to eat that. Okay, we're going to get a little more in here. A little more juice in this one. Okay. So I've already cut out my pie crust here. I hope everyone can see this. So you're just going to take an egg wash and go around the rim of your pie crust like this so that it can stick. Just like that, just around the edge. And then take your top and put it on top like this. And just smush it down all around. Just like that. That's why we use the egg wash, so it can stick to our dish. And you can get real fancy with these. You know, you can do some crimping if you know how to do that. I'm just putting it on here like this today. Okay. We're going to get egg wash on our other one, for our smaller one. Just like that. Smoosh it down on the sides. And then we're going to brush the top of these with the egg wash, just like that. We're going to take a little salt in our hand, sprinkle it on the top. We want our crust to taste good as well as our filling. And then take some cracked black pepper and crack it over the top. Just like that. Now we also have to cut a slit into the top of our crust so that the steam can escape. Doesn't have to be nothing fancy, just a small slit so that it can breathe. Okay, we're going to put these in a 400-degree oven. We're only baking these until the crust gets brown because everything inside is already done. So in a 400-degree oven, check them at the 15-minute mark, depending on your oven, to see how they are on the browning. And once they brown, we're going to take these out and we are going to get to tasting this delicious chicken pot pie. Don't go nowhere. And our chicken pot pie is done. This is the bigger chicken pot pie. Look how amazing that looks. Nice golden crust. I can't wait to get a bite of this. Let's go ahead and get a taste. See if I can hold it up for you guys. It's still really, really hot. Okay. Oh, the flakiness of the crust. Oh my goodness. This is about to be amazing. Really good. And really hot. This is absolutely delicious. Oh man. You got the chicken and the vegetables. This perfectly flaky crust. This is absolutely amazing. And it is on, look at it. It is steaming. Oh my goodness. So incredibly delicious. That's it for today, E&E family. Thank you for rocking out with me today. Like, share, comment on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. Also, click the bell notification so that you can be notified when a new video is uploaded. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook. The links are in the description box below. And as always, E&E family, don't forget to live a little and love a lot. Y'all be easy.